Hello, welcome to the 10th episode of Geordie Brothers podcast with myself, Jordan, and Daniel, my brother here.
Hello, how you doing?
Hello there, it's been a while since the last one, but we've got it back eventually together. So, first and foremost, we'll begin things off by checking in with mental health and all that stuff. So, do you want to divulge anything in the time that's since the last one, Daniel, or like have you been how have you been doing?
Um, I have had me down moments, but I've mostly been all right. I had a good week last week because it was my week off, although I did work Monday and Tuesday, just for a bit extra coin.
All right.
Had a good week, I went to see Future Islands again on the
Oh, brilliant.
Wednesday. Yeah. Then we went on the Thursday, we went to a zoo. Um, can't remember where it was. So. It was like somewhere in Yorkshire, Canny Zoo. Seen, got to feed a giraffe.
There's somewhere in Yorkshire a zoo. Look it up.
Yeah, yeah. Just take it somewhere in Yorkshire,
Well, you
But
met a giraffe.
I, you got to feed the giraffe, like just give it like some branches, and like it stuck its big long tongue out, and really
But
funny.
did you say wind your neck in? Yeah.
Wind your tongue in. It was really,
Aye, big tongues, I haven't.
aye. So yeah, it's just sort of, I've just been busy, kept me mind busy, so that's what helped.
Brilliant,
Um,
yeah, exactly. Doing some
yeah,
hopefully
so
some activities as well.
yeah,
Awesome.
so yeah, it's been good. What did we do? What did we do Saturday? Oh, no, I just stayed in. Uh, we went for a walk, down the beach. Just went for a walk along the beach.
Lovely.
So it was
Out
nice. So,
in the fresh air next to the beach.
uh,
Nothing better.
so I've had a good week. How have you been?
Aye, same here actually. I've had a pretty good week with the sunshine definitely helps. There's no getting away from it. So you're getting all that
Oh,
vitamin D. But I had my second improv show on Tuesday,
mm-hmm.
and that went a bit better. And you know, I've mentioned it is very tough, like especially in rehearsals. Like you don't the sort of the teacher or the director or whatever. It's very sort of he's got a very specific thing that he wants and or he's got in mind for the show. And but it's brilliant the way that he sort of you know tells you straight and gets you to sort of really work hard to sort of try and do what his vision is and work within the parameters because he's got a lot of experience and he knows what works and what doesn't. And but it has been challenging because of that, but that's good. But then again, it has been very, very hard in the rehearsals, and you sort of sometimes it goes well, and sometimes you don't do, and you know it that you're not doing it, and then afterwards you're just like, for fuck's sake, like sort of going over it in your head. So it came to the show, and I was sort of quite nervous, and a few of my mates from the Newcastle United supporters in London Football Club came down.
All right.
So
Okay.
that was really great to see them. And I got up there and we start off with this game. I was the first one off, so that's a good start. But it was all well and good.
Why,
And
why were you, why were you the first one off? Like, was it like a competition or something like that?
yeah, so it starts off with this game where you're all in a line, and the director, you have to, so you get suggestions from the audience. So you have to like say a story, and whenever director's pointing at you, you have to talk. But when he starts pointing at someone else, you have to stop, and another person has to carry on the story.
Oh, right, yeah.
When
Yeah.
they're getting pointed at, and they have to carry on the story. So, for instance, like he asked the audience for a name, and they say like, "Oh, Victor," and a location, and they say, "Oh, the park." So the story
Mhm.
is Victor at the park, and he goes, "Go!" And the first person, Victor, woke up in the morning, and it was a bright and lovely day, and then he changes to the next one, and then
All right.
so so that went on, and I started it off because I was at the end, and then it came to me a couple more times. I managed to do it, but then, for instance, if you do something wrong, everyone shouts "kill," that no, die, die,
What? That's a
and
bit hot.
it got to me,
Mhm.
and what the main thing is that if someone goes to say a word like "oh," and then the finger changes, you have to know how to finish the words. You have to go "udn't" or something like that.
All right.
And
Yeah.
I'd said the whole word, so I was just got killed up. And yeah,
Oh,
so
well.
and then, but that's fine. That's like it's all well and fun. It's all good fun, and the audience was really good, and I had a really great moment where at the end, I was like given the job of playing three excuses. So I had to go out the room, and the audience had to figure out three random excuses why I would be late to work. And so
All right.
I had to go in, then I had to go in, and then Penny, one of the players, would say, "Oh, Jordan, why are you late?" And I had to figure out the first excuse, the second excuse, and the third excuse by the other players behind her acting it out.
All right.
And I was, and then, and there's a timer, and so it's fucking really hard. And like it was just random like things that I thought of. I think the first excuse was I got up in the morning, I went into the shower and realized there was no gas. And then
Mhm.
I managed to get that one after a bit. And then the second excuse was I woke up in the morning and then I realized there was a trap door next to my bed. I went down some stairs into the darkness and uh, came across the Cookie Monster, who then. Oh no, that was the third one. The second one was I was on my way to work. I kicked a rabbit and started giving it CPR. So I managed to get
All
that
right.
one. And then the third one was I came across the Cookie Monster and it gave me superpowers and it made me want to become a porn star. And so I was just stuck on the third one for ages. And then I finally got it. And then everyone in the room was just like, went mental.
Well, I seen a short video that you put out. Like it had
Aye.
no context. It had no context, so I didn't know what the hell was going on. It was just you saying, "I want to be a porn star," and
And then
everyone cheering.
everyone going,
And I
yes!
was like, What the hell's going on there?"
So that was a really good moment. It was
Uh,
like, oh, it was really good to like experience that.
Aye.
And aye, so that put us in a good mood for the rest of the week, and
Oh, good.
um, especially having like the lads from the Newcastle team because it's like really sort of like being down here in London. It's been such a tough at times, not feeling really connected to
Uh,
anything or anyone. And so improv and that team have sort of come at last to
oh yeah.
feel like I've got some
Well,
sort of
you
connection to people down
like
here.
you've got like a community.
Ah,
Like
exactly. So
yeah, yeah.
it's really helped. So thank God I like sort of joined them and sort of kept up with them, and hopefully I can keep up with them and feel like I've got more of a community down here. So that
Oh,
definitely
class.
helps with the mental health stuff as well.
Oh yeah. great, aye. Yeah.
But I other than that, it's been the Olympics. It's been
Yeah.
riots. It's been
Oh, yeah.
all the good stuff.
Uh, I
Uh,
mean, ridiculous.
it's fucking them riots, man. It's fucking absolute thick as fuck scum.
Just using
Fucking
it, using it as an excuse, aren't they? Really, just any excuse, and they
exactly.
don't
And
even.
I get the frustration. I get the anger that people have, but it shouldn't be towards any sort of group of people, or any sort of
Well,
anything like that. I sort of I get it that you feel angry because this has happened to some. What's happened to them little girls is absolutely fucking the worst. One of the worst things I've ever heard about.
yeah,
And I get the anger and frustration that comes with that, but you're just thick as fuck if you feel the need to sort of let loose sporadically and arbitrarily onto innocent people just because you sort of have these sort of this inner angst against migrants and whatever, and it's
I
just
know.
nonsensical. It doesn't make sense. Like rioting and pillaging your own community. What the fuck's that on?
Stupid. I
And
mean,
uh,
it's like if the killer was wearing like Nike trainers, like, oh, I'm gonna go
that's a great
around
one. That's great.
everyone that's wearing Nike trainers. I'm gonna attack them because
Yeah,
they're wearing the same
he's got
trainers.
that. He's got leg
But
hairs
Nike
on.
trainers, the killer had Nike trainers. Hey, if they're wearing Nike trainers as well, what they gonna do?
It's literally very similar to that. Like that's spot
Oh,
on. Like I remember Liam Neeson came out and said, like remember when he came out and said, "Oh, when my friend had been raped by a black man, and I wanted to go after any black man and just hurt them."
mhm.
Fucking, it's fucking weird. Why are you telling us this, Liam? And also, that's just mental. But
Mhm.
look, there is a sort of. I think why he was saying that was he was being honest in this sort of what's it called? Innate sort of like animalistic nature of people.
Mhm.
If
Mhm.
when you feel like your tribe has whatever been done wrong or attacked or something, and you feel this overwhelming anger and emotion. It's very
Yeah.
similar to mental health as well. You feel this overwhelming sort of emotion and anger. You have to, you know, you just feel like logic goes out the window, and you feel like you want to take it out. And if
Mhm.
you want to take it out on anything, and this is just trying to sort of have a bit of reason why these people are doing this. They're just taking out all the anger in life and in the world and what's happened to these girls. But then I just don't get why a lot of the stuff that they're doing, and obviously just purging your own community is just thick as fuck.
And what did they
Um,
think it was going to achieve?
I
You know
know
what I mean?
what's it going to achieve, and also you have to deal with that. You can't just go around and just think, right, any innocent person who's from a different background, I'm gonna fucking do, because it's just a cycle, and these people have families and they're human beings as well, and obviously they have family members that might feel the same and get revenge. It's just it's a very stupid thing. Um, and it's just fucking horrible to see, and especially horrible when you see people on Facebook and people from your own area on these videos, like the accents are like a little bit Geordie or whatever, or they're just
Mhm.
down the road in Sunderland. Like there's a lot of videos like on in the internet and on the news, and it makes you feel like fucking embarrassed.
Oh yeah, it's just sad, man.
Uh,
Mm.
um, and there was I felt a bit sort of pissed off about that boxer as well, the gender boxer,
Yeah,
and I was just really confused because like everyone started saying that she was a man, uh,
yeah, I'll admit,
Amani Khalif,
yeah,
and I
I'll
was
admit I got the wrong end of the stick because I just went with everyone else and said, "Oh, well, it's a transgender bloke."
well, it's easily done because of
Um,
the misinformation that just gets pummeled on the
uh,
internet all the time. But
so
then, uh,
I was like sharing the friggin' memes and that, like that one where Mike Tyson dressed up as a woman, like, "Oh, I've got a Michaela Tyson's coming for you." So
but
it's
that's the
come
thing,
out that,
you have to be careful
uh,
because if you do have a knee-jerk reaction and you do sort of go with something like as a reaction to something that you just see online or whatever, you just never know the whole story. And you know, I'll admit, like when you first hear about it and you see that Italian woman crying, and you do have a sort of emotional response, but then you have to sort of you know not react to it because you just never know.
mhm,
And then she was like fucking a woman, biological woman. I was just like so
mhm.
confused. Like, why is everyone saying that she was a fucking transgender when she was like a woman?
Well, apparently she's got like raised like higher testosterone than a woman should have, or something like that. It's
Mm,
but she was just born with it, so it's not her fault, really.
yeah.
Yeah.
I get how people. It's like a sort of it's a little thing for people to piggyback and then like talk about it. How the sort of unfairness of this happening. I don't think it really happens like with a transgender man sort of competing against women. Obviously, there is a sort of if it does happen,
Hmm.
it is unfair to biological women, and it's something to sort of talk about there. But I think it's such a horrible thing for that female boxer to have gone through, because
Yeah.
it's not her fault. She's done not anything about it. So I just you've got to be careful about like what 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 information you get given in this.
Hmm. People need to know all the facts before the judge start judging, man. People just jump on any old shit and just believe it and just
Yeah,
so.
I just say, and people with massive platforms like Joe Rogan, and
Hmm.
he's always had this rhetoric. He's always had this rhetoric of like, hey man, there's males out competing against women, man, and they're getting beat up, man, and it's they're monsters, man. They're monsters, and they're beating up women, man. And then fucking Jamie, his mate, always corrects him. So actually, Joe, she was actually born a woman. And then he has to sort of backtrack. But he's the one that sort of perpetuates this sort of thing, and all the brain dead people that follow him.
Mm.
Oh yeah, Joe, yeah, fuck them, man. And like, I, I used to sort of watch his podcasts. I still sort of do, but not because I'm a big fan of his, but because of the guests that he has on. And I've just realized just how much he just repeats himself over and over and over again.
Yeah. Uh, I used to listen to quite a few of his podcasts. I used to be quite a big fan, but I haven't really listened to him for years now. I just bored of it, really.
I,
You just
I
say the
think
same shit.
exactly, and I like I like his MMA show because I'm into like UFC and whatever, and so I listen to a lot of his MMA podcasts with Leon Edwards, Jorge Masvidal, Dustin
Yeah.
Poirier, and others, right? And it's like this every single one. He talks about the same thing. He talks about leg kicks. Do you remember when leg kicks never used to be a thing, man? They never used to be a thing. But Henderson, I remember Benson Henderson, and he'd say every single podcast he mentions fucking Benson Henderson started delivering the first leg kick, and he goes, he was the first one, man, and he started boom kicking the legs, but it wasn't as effective. It wasn't as effective. But now, God, if you hit someone with a leg kick, you are out, dude. You are out. I was like, how many times is he gonna fucking go on a fucking leg kick? And then there's like other stuff as well that he just sort of. It's so funny when you listen to multiple podcasts that he just really repeats the same stuff over and over and over again. Drugs,
Mm-hmm.
CRT, and DMT, and fucking all that sort of stuff.
Elk meat, man. Elk meat. Go out hunting for elk.
Go bow hunting, man. You just wow, and it's just such a great feeling, just killing a fucking animal and eating it. So visceral. Fucking you, fucking weird. You're fucking weird, man. Have you heard yourself? Odd bloke, and you're not funny. Anyway,
Uh,
he's got
he's
some.
just got it.
I'm not a Joe Rogan hater, like 100%, because he's got some good points. But I think he's just like the amount of money he's earned and what he actually does is quite underwhelming. But anyway, he's very clever. He's very clever bloke, and he gets a lot of like great guests on, and he sort of lets them talk sometimes, and some of it's quite insightful.
Uh,
You're bored.
no. I'm bored of Joe Rogan.
No.
Prick.
Um,
No, I'm only joking. I'm only joking, Joe. Don't come and hunt us with
like
your arrow.
I'll like kick you.
Right.
Um, but I have been watching the Ultimate Fighter series again actually lately. And I
All right.
watched they were good like back in the day. I watched BJ Penn, what's his fucking Little Evil, BJ Penn and
uh, ah,
no
um,
Little Evil, Jens
yeah, I know.
Pulver,
Yeah, Pulver,
Jens
yeah.
Pulver. And it's honestly, watch it again. It's like a bloody sitcom. I was laughing so much. Is this it right? Like BJ Penn's team is like losing every fucking fight, and then Dana brings
No,
them across.
is it not Pulver's team keeps losing, don't they?
No, no,
Good.
no.
All right. Uh,
It's BJ Penn's team, mate.
all right.
Dana White brings like, hey man, you've got to get these guys together. And BJ Penn's just like, he has this twitch and hey man, they're not working. And then he like calls a meeting with all his team. It's like a group meeting with everyone. And he goes, and he said, hey guys, you're not pulling your weight, and I've been trying to teach you guys. And then it's like to all the group, but he just starts looking at one bloke, and it's just everyone's just not pulling their weight, and and Yang, and he points out Yang.
It's
You're out. Go away, Yang. Just go away. You're out
Andy,
the team. You're out.
Andy Wang. He's called Andy Wang, isn't he?
Andy
Andy
Wang.
Wang.
Andy Wang. Poor guy. There's just something funny in how he just went. Everyone's not pulling their weight. Yang, get away. You're out. You're out, Yang. Go away. Someone help him. Someone help him get away.
Mm,
You would have to watch it. I'm not explaining it very well, but it's like it was funny. It was just quite comical. It's like something out of the office or something.
uh,
I found it funny.
yeah, I'll have to watch them again, mate.
But aye. So is there anything that's been getting on your tits, or anything that you want to thank Turkey L Shake for, or any lyrics
Um,
like any poetry corner?
there is one thing I've noticed that really gets on me tits. Obviously with the like with the warm weather recently, when we've been like walking down the beach and that, and out and about, I hate these blokes. I just walk around with no top on. Like
Mm,
it's not so warm that you can't just wear a t-shirt. People just walk. It gets on my. Fair enough if you're on the beach and you're just like sort of sunbathing, or but if you're just walking around the streets and you haven't got a top with no top on, I don't know what it is. It's just sort of like, oh, look at me, fucking put a
yeah,
fucking t-shirt on, you prick. Honestly, I really feel like just saying something. Just got to bite my tongue.
yeah.
Oh.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean, but I think if you
But then
if you
people just
sort of
say,
if you work like hard in the gym and being in the gym is quite shit, and you have to go there like every day, and then if you do achieve a good body, I suppose you sort of do want to show it off, and I suppose it does show sort of insecurity in a way that you show it off. Like you have to
well,
show it off to
it's.
make it, and to make yourself feel good, you have to show it off to people.
Mhm.
Um, and I suppose they want to get like a good all over tan, so they're just all walking around. But I suppose the ones that are worse are the ones that haven't got good bodies, but still they're fucking.
That's what I was going to say. Like, it's not just the blokes with muscles and that. It's like, I mean, there's there's some of them that just walk around the supermarket with a top on and that,
Oh
and
fucking hell! I just
I know,
standing around with fucking. I get a top on.
I know, so fucking
I.
ridiculous. But you know, each to their own. Bloody
Exactly, exactly. You just, well, I think,
drink.
it's not worth your energy getting like
I
worked
know, I
on the little
know.
things in life. But I get it's good to sort of like to say something about it in this sort of thing, and just like
Yeah,
but like, I just try not to like actually like do anything. I try not to do anything in real life. I know sometimes you're in a you find yourself in a mood and you just want to fucking get a fucking top on you, cunt. But it's probably best not to.
I just give them a bit of a dirty look and that. But
Well, aye. Um,
anything,
I'm just trying to think. What was I gonna say? Um, I think what I was like, I was on YouTube. Obviously, spend too much time on my fucking phone. But just looking at like clips of Gordon Ramsay back in I think I might have mentioned this already. Actually, I think I've talked about this
uh,
already. I'll skip that.
what,
Like
what
Gordon
about
Ramsay,
them? Like
just clips of
bullying
Gordon
people.
Ramsay just like verbally abusing people unnecessarily in a fucking kitchen.
Uh, yeah,
I
it's
just
not
know
till you look back on it and you're like, fucking hell, man.
so
It's
awful.
like,
I know that you sort of you know it's a stressful job and that, but Christ Almighty, do you have to?
well, it's what makes good telly. Like
And he's just
I,
acting up to
and
cameras. I don't think
uh,
people.
you might have been told to go over the top for
Yeah.
ratings, especially with these American ones.
But the clips I saw, it was at the very, very, very start of his career, and
All right.
um, yeah, I mean, some of it was just so over. I get like pointing out lazy people and like, oh, I quite like it. It's like when someone needs to be told, then I quite like that. You should be able to. raise your voice and get yourself fucking in line, get your fucking socks up. If someone's taking a piss, but he just seemed to just like do it so much and to the point where it's just like quite self-indulged and sort of really unnecessary. And like I just think about like the mental health of those people must have been fucking absolutely all over the place. Like turning up to a job for 12 hours and getting fucking treated like a shit on someone's shoe. But
It's a bit like when you look back at the Jeremy Kyle man, like fucking just
oh,
wheeling these friggin' losers out for him to just shout at and that he make fun of and fucking.
he that's a good shout actually. He is the absolute
Uh,
epitome of fucking a cunt. And something yeah, he's a epitome of that.
mm,
How awful that fucking show was.
and
And
uh,
I knew it even back then. It's fucking
uh,
he should be oh, so horrible. And then
well,
you like given a career afterwards, it's like on Good Morning Britain, all that stuff. Fucking
uh,
you're scum, aren't you? You scum, aren't you? You
uh,
you're mentally unstable, aren't you? Where's we're fucking taking advantage of you, aren't we? Because you're fucking mentally unstable and just we're fucking laughing at you, aren't we? You've got no teeth and you look like a fucking tramp, don't you?
oh, exactly.
All the
Uh,
audience are like loving it
uh,
and just like and they stir them up so they're like arguing with each other. Can't think of anything
uh,
worse. It's actually makes us feel sick thinking about us again.
I mean, it may as well be like back in the old days, like the old freak shows and that. You know what I mean? Just friggin'.
Yeah.
Uh, but
Like mainstream television has been like that for X Factor things.
uh,
So people watch that shit. It's fucking ridiculous. It makes us physically like my belly like churn.
uh,
Um. So I've got just be when I was waiting because we delayed it for half an hour. Uh, I was thinking I've typed up this thing, and do you know how Bob Mortimer does like his stuff on Atletico Mints of like different
uh,
like, footballers and that? I thought
uh,
this may be really shit, but I thought I'd give it a go.
oh,
Is
no.
that okay?
Oh, I know.
Right, it's called The Rest Is Shite. So The Rest Is Shite with Gary Lineker, Alan Shearer, and Micah Richards. Right. So Gary Lineker. The Rest Is Shite. Gary Lineker, Alan Shearer, and Micah Richards meet for dinner at Gary Lineker's house. Oh, Gary! Oh, I've been looking forward to you serving us up some delicious, succulent meal, Gary. Alan. Aye, and it better be delicious, you big-eared, fancy divorced twat. Gary. Well, if you play your cards right and you behave yourself, it just might be the best night of your life. Oh, Gary, what you doing to me, Gary? Oh, my Gucci glasses are getting steamed up, Gary. Alan, those glasses make you look like a Trump bellend, and I bet your mother's disappointed in you and doesn't recognize your existence, you cunt. Gary. Oh, Alan, what are you like? What are you like with your witty put downs, Alan? Such a little menace off the pitch as well as on. Alan, shut your face, you big Chris nonce. The only thing you've ever achieved is having a face like a condom filled with hangover piss that's congealed into a jelly-like texture. Gary, Oh, Alan, what are you like? What are you like, Alan? Yeah. You're such a character, Alan. You're such a character. Gary. Right, boys. Let me just saute the potatoes and get the lamb extra juicy and season the veg. Mika. Oh, Gary, what you doing to me, Gary? You can season my veg anytime. Gary, stop it, Micah, before I bend you over my dodgy knee and slap your bottom. Alan, right, I'm off out of here, away from you two, Detective Jim Targets, before I burst you both onto the scene, you absolute pair of wankers. Mika, oh, what's he like, Gary? Gary, what are you like, Alan? The end.
Very good.
Oh.
Yes. My head hurt. Uh, oh, that's spot on, man. That's just what it's like, isn't it?
So we might see where that goes. I don't know, but
Oh, yeah, I can try and do one for the next one.
you
Aye.
could do stick to football or something, or other.
The Gary Neville and Roy Keane.
So try and think of something to.
I will do. It's not be as good as that, like, but you know.
Oh, hey, God, that was exhausting. That. I don't know
I've
how
been
Bob
listening.
Mortimer does this. He's fucking a genius. Like,
I've been listening all day. I've been listening the compilations of him doing Peter Beardsley. Oh, it's just the funniest thing, man. Dog dirt.
the best person ever. Like, and I've been listening. I've been trying. I've just for comfort. Sometimes I just listen to Sean Locke.
Uh,
I still do it over and over again. I just think like he is such a miss. I've never missed anyone as much. Like
I know.
anything that's died, and it's such a tragedy that he died so young. Like
I remember he had this bit when he was going on about what's it? Rectum of the Year contest. It's like, what was it? Like, what's it called? It's like Horse of the Year, but with the gloves off or something. He beat Fern Cotton in the final.
that's what it was. Third cotton. I'm not
Uh,
in the fight.
and he went to the World Championships in Cancun, and but he got beat off Maradona because when he bent over, he sent the sprinters off.
Oh, fucking hell, him.
and
Oh.
and I'm sure that was like one of his last like shows that he done because it like you could tell he was sort of weak, and
Yeah.
but he's still brilliant. Like so.
Well, I was just listening to like he's only doing like I think two podcasts. One with Frank Skinner and one with Josh Widdicombe and the bloke with the teeth. And I was listening to the one that he did with the Josh Widdicombe and the other bloke. I don't remember his name. But he was just talking about it was about parenthood and being a parent and that. And he was talking about his kids and like how difficult it was being a parent in lockdown and teenage kids and that. And then he must have been ending his well not far from like you know I was quite sad to hear him like
Mhm.
but his brain and like Mortimer's brain to like come up with like just mental stuff that actually makes
Mhm.
sense and it's just such a unique and hard thing to do, and they do it like fucking. They're just spot on with it. I just don't know how to do
Mm.
it.
That's what I was gonna say. They both got unique comic brains that like nobody else is like them. Like they're just out there on their own, and they're just brilliant.
But it's just it all makes sense. So that's the thing. Like anyone can like think of random stuff and let's put them together.
Mm.
But theirs is just different. It's just in a way that sort of it's just outlandish and mental, but it's just sort of like makes sense. I find it so fucking funny.
Mm. Yeah, brilliant.
Um, right, is there anything else that you want to chat about?
I mean, how much have you watched of the Olympics so far? You've just been dipping in and out, or
You know what? I haven't been watching it that much. Like to be fair, I haven't been that sort of into it. I watched the 100-meter final, and that was
I missed that?
good. It was pretty
Mm.
close, but
Yeah, I heard it was.
and then that's about it. I've just sort of like overheard stuff that's been happening, and yeah, I haven't properly
Mm.
watching it. How about you?
Just the same, really, just dipping in and out. We've been watching quite a lot of the gymnastics, strangely enough.
That's
I've
good, isn't it?
never, it would never normally be my sort of thing to watch that, but I think Claire likes it, and it's been interesting. It's been,
Simone Biles
yeah, she's good, like, isn't she?
was like 4'7" or something, isn't she?
She? All right.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Yeah.
it's one of the best ever, isn't she? Really
Yeah.
just.
Props to her.
Mhm.
Props to her. I remember her. She was a good advocate of mental health in the last Olympics. Pulled out.
Yeah, she pulled out because she was struggling, don't she?
Had
But,
the strength to like face it and stuff. So
mm,
good,
mm,
good role model. Um,
yeah.
a random thing, just to mention, something, something random. It's something I found funny. I'm thinking about making like a feature of like just random stuff that you find funny that not many people, other people will find funny. For instance,
Mhm.
I've already done one with the BJ Penn fucking story that wasn't fucking funny to anyone else, but it was funny to me. Another one is in the 2013 Wimbledon final when Andy Murray, right, is facing
Mhm.
Djokovic and he's got a match point, championship point to win, right? I was watching it and uh, Djokovic, Djokovic, like hits it from his end, and then I think it was probably just only two spectators thought it was going out, and so they went. "Ah!" And it was in, and then everyone went, "Shut up, fuck up!" in unison because everyone was so tense. They went, "Yeah!" And it was in, and everyone was fucking shut up. And then Andy Murray hit it back, and then Djokovic hit it back, but then it hit the net, and then everyone went, "Yes, he's actually doing it!" Well, I was just mad. I had this like image of them two people, like an older couple in their 40s or something, and like the ball goes to Andy Murray. I go, yes! And then everyone goes, we're gonna go, ah. And then when Murray actually wins, they're just too busy going like, oh shit. And everyone's like, yeah. They're like,
That
yeah,
could be
oh, shit.
uh,
Yeah.
it could be a sketch.
You know what I mean? Oh.
Yeah, I know.
I just saw that on YouTube and I just imagined the people that actually celebrated that way. Oh god.
Hey, what's the recent documentary about him? I think it was on Nightclear.
Oh, I think
Uh,
I got halfway through and I had to switch it off for some reason. But
it's good,
he's,
like.
he is funny, like, and he's actually watched his. What was a good clip was Do you know Michael McIntyre when he goes into like a hotel room to like a celebrity and
Oh,
stuff?
aye.
He done it
Mm,
to Andy Murray. I thought it was hilarious, me. Like, he just fucking walks in and goes, Andy Murray, you're on television. And Andy Murray's like, you can see he's genuinely just like being asleep and he's just like
mm,
he's swearing and stuff. And I think he's proper relatable. I think like, he's probably
mm.
got like a proper dry sense of humor.
Yeah, he was. Well, he put that tweet out after he retired, didn't he? Saying, "Oh, I never really liked tennis anyway." It's just funny like that, and
He's like you in a sense that he's like plays on like his sort of image,
like,
whatever, which is I think
uh,
it's so funny and good. It's good like he
mm,
plays on it.
hmm
He has got this like voice, so but he plays on it and makes fun of it and stuff.
he's
Well, is there anything else, or do you want to end it there?
yeah. Just end it there if you want.
Mm.
It's been good to catch up with you again. Sorry it's been so long since the last one, but with my hectic lifestyle,
It's just hard
fucking-
to pin you down, Daniel. It's just
it is. Yeah, I'm just a busy man, I'm just.
you've got people to see, things to do.
Uh,
Just
no, we'll try and do it like regularly, or like once a week. Try and,
it's no pressure as long as
but
you're sort of
yeah, things
active
get
and happy and stuff. And yeah,
yeah.
well, it's been lovely as always. Uh,
Aye, yeah,
I'll catch you on the next one, and cheers for anyone that fucking listened to it. And,
aye, yeah. Just everyone out there who's listening. Aye,
I
how
all the
important.
people, all the like tens of thousands of people that are listening. Thanks very much. Keep your
Yeah.
messages coming in, and I know the demand is high, but we'll try and keep it up. And just don't stop rioting. I know you're sort of putting it off like, oh, all the other,
Mhm.
refugees, but actually you're rioting because we're not doing a podcast. Just settle down,
No,
right?
aye.
We're busy people, very important as well. All right, take care, mate. All the
Right,
best.
you take care. Right, take care. See you later. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Bye.